I feel my emotions go up and down all the time. And although usually it's like this, sometimes it goes all the way up and sometimes it's all the way downhill. Downhill, baby, on a sled, on a slippery slope. So life sucks right now. And parts of me really wants to self-sabotage. Parts of me really wants to escape these feelings that I have right now by doing toxic behaviors. But I'm holding myself accountable. I have this YouTube channel that is inspiring people to grow and to self-develop, that I'm trying to do that for myself. And I am telling myself that if I learn to overcome what I'm going through right now, that will help others. I can only help you if I know how to help myself. So this is what I'm going through right now. And I'm going to share with you a little bit of my thought process about how I deal with these hard times I'm going through. We all know what sadness is. We all know what jealousy is, embarrassment, guilt, shame, anger. It doesn't matter what's happening in my life or what's happening in your life. I'm tackling the feelings and the emotions that come with it. The number one thing that you need to do when you're feeling this is journal, especially if you're someone like me that has a hard time hearing your thoughts. I discovered this a couple months ago, I think it was in January, that people have an internal dialogue that they can hear in your mind. Like you can hear your own thoughts. I don't know if you're like that, but I'm definitely not like that. I never know what I'm thinking. I'm someone that is way more connected to my feelings, my emotions. I know how I feel, but I cannot hear the negative thoughts. I cannot hear what is happening. But regardless, journaling is such a good way to take whatever you're feeling or thinking into something that you can tackle, into something that you can work with. Because once it's here, it's clouding all your judgment. But once you take this out and you see it on paper, you can start working with this. And you can be your own therapist. If you've done a little bit of journey through your spirituality or self-improvement, you'll see that you keep hearing that you already know what there is to know. You already contain all the knowledge in your subconscious, in your unconscious. You already know the answers to your problems. And it's only when you are willing to face your problems that you will be able to overcome them. And I realized that once I was journaling and listing out my emotions, I realized that I am just so tired. Why do I always have a pressure in my head? It feels like I have a helmet that is too tight on my head all the time, and it's just pressuring me here all the time. And I need to know how to relax, because it feels like when I'm on this journey, this ambitious life, this visionary life, and all these things I want to accomplish, I always have to do things. It's always about doing and the grind. And that is important because it gets me places, but it can't be a 24/7 thing. I'm not a robot. You are not a robot. You need to learn how to relax. I realized I was feeling so drained, but I wasn't recharging. And because I don't know how to recharge properly, I don't have the tools for that. That's where I want to self-sabotage. That's where I want to self-medicate and forget about all my problems. But at least I know myself enough to know my triggers and my cravings. So I stop myself and I journal and I just ask myself better questions. And something that I want you to ask yourself is, what is it in your life right now that you can actually control? You don't have to know all the answers yet, but you need to feel like there are things that you can try. So for me, I had to try different things to relax, recharge. I tried to nap. That did not work. I just felt my headaches even more. I was like, how can I nap when I just feel pounding right now? I tried to do my shadow work journaling, and that just felt too much. I just felt like I had to stop working. I just needed to relax. And then finally, I just went on a walk in nature without my phone, just breathe the air. I didn't even have music. I had nothing. I just went on a walk and surrounded myself with trees. I know it sounds so basic, but that is something that actually felt good. It had been a long time where I just felt like I could breathe a little bit. And I accomplished that while I went on my walk. If you're committed to self-improvement, just realize it's not always about doing things. Sometimes it just requires you to just be present. It's not about doing the work or doing the grind and being disciplined. It's just about being present in what you do. Because if you're like me and you're committed to your self-improvement journey, you feel like you have to do things all the time and always check things off your checklist, but you'll realize that that will just drain you. And that ultimately growth can look like so many different things. Growth is not just always being disciplined and doing every single thing on your checklist. It's also being social. It's also having difficult conversations. It's also just sitting with yourself and meditating. Although it does suck to go through what I'm going through right now, I feel like there is a reason behind this, and it's for me to understand people better. I got a glimpse into one of my biggest desires is to feel less lonely, because I feel very alone. Honestly, like wealth, accolades, recognition really don't matter if you don't have the proper people surrounding yourself with. You really aren't going to be happy if you're alone in your journey. If me healing and me talking about things like this right now and developing myself and getting to know myself better so I can help others, that will be my way to create connections with people. And ultimately, that's what feels reassuring to me, to feel less alone. If you are going through hard times right now, I just want you to have the courage to not self-sabotage and to actually sit with yourself and unpack what you need to unpack, to write down your thoughts, to try to overcome this and understand that it will pass. I tell myself this all the time, this too shall pass. Right now I'm in the thick of it. It does not feel good, but I know that eventually I will feel better and the sun will shine and I won't have this dark cloud following me everywhere. But I just want to be real with you and show you that although I come on YouTube and I'm always super inspirational maybe or motivational, optimistic, I do have hard times and I'm in it right now, but I'm working through it. And I know that ultimately this will just make everyone better. Me getting better will help you get better and vice versa. So I hope you feel like we're on the same team and that we can both heal together. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me your time. I love you so much and I will see you very soon in a new video. Mwah.